And off we go from Denver. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive. I'm thinking right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pollard going to try the right side.
And he's got it to about the 40. The Broncos at 9-4 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run left with Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
The kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately will settle for just a field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a change of possession here on the punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down now, Dixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a give here to Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Carr again. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and there he goes, right side. The 40, 20, touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's Prescott. He finds his target, Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The middle they go. Dixon will get this up to about the 44.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Cowboys. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
To throw his Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Julian Okwara, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Marquise Bell in on that stop. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
On first down, Dixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Dixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And some room to work. Touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. downs. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. Well, I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Take it in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott dancing to his left. And Dixon over the middle. He's got room past the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, the slam complete to Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Dixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
On 3rd down, Dixon. A gain of 8 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. The give to the fullback on the dive. And down to the 36-yard line here. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well, and big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now a carry here for their fullback, and he stopped immediately there. Joseph Osai there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
You're mine.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
637.
On play action, they'll throw. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Prescott here to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays.
And it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Throwing here, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Later one. 93.
On first down, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 734.
On play action, now Carr. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
618.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody